be. We're excited about it. Of course, I'm your current president, Mickey, as you guys know me. I mean, at this point, if you're here, I think you know who AIAA is, but I guess I'll explain it to you again. American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics. Basically, what if it flies, if it leaves the ground, we do it. Just a quick run through it. This is the e-board right now, as you can see. Probably gonna stay most of the same. These are our current advisors. Sadly, Kenzel's leaving. We could have updated this. But we have our new advisor is going to be Dr. Kaufman. He's a great guy. We love talking to him. He's going to do a lot of good stuff for our club here. Agahari is going to stay as well. These are our current media leads. Of course, they always do great work. Anything you see on the Instagram, any pictures you see, it all comes from them. And they, especially the flyers, Dakota, he does really great work. And these are our rocket design leads. Of course, you know them. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are probably rockets. Yeah, can we have one of you guys come up, please? It's okay. You can take your time. It's okay.
Hey everybody, my name is Dylan Moga. If you haven't met me yet, I'm a rockets lead here for AIAA. I work with Zach Morris. Soon to be leaving. We're gonna miss him. We love the guy. I'll be taking his place, and then I also work with Lucas Bello. So, sort of our project, if you're someone new here, is what we do is we take everybody through the rocket design process from actually simulating down to building and then actually flying. We like to use all sorts of programs, Open Rocket, SolidWorks, all that fun stuff. And we like to do team launches in the fall, as well as certification launches in the spring. Right now, we're looking at a launch day this weekend. Excited to see you guys there if you guys are launching. Ready to see some nice L1s go up and people get some certs. And if you'd like to join our project, love to see you in the fall.
Thanks, buddy. Oh, you're having it. Nice. If we could have someone from quadcopter leads.
Hi, my name is Connor Tyson. I'm quadcopters lead. In this project, we build quadcopters. We just had a flight day last weekend. As you can see, this is some of the photos from it. In this one, we try to teach people how to build their own quadcopter. They use SolidWorks, and they will learn how to build, fly, and also, you got the photos right there. We'll be opening up next fall, so if you want to join, that's when we open up again.
Appreciate it. Hovercrafts.
All right, I'm Ethan. I'm one of the hovercraft leads. Nathan's our other lead. And the hovercraft project, we teach teams from scratch how to design, CAD, and then build and fly their own RC-controlled hovercraft. Each semester we have a unique game. This past semester we did a stunt race. For the upcoming fall semester, if you're interested, we're going to be doing jousting. So some fun hovercraft battle bots in the fall if you're interested. And similar to quads, we just go through the whole engineering design process, CAD, then laser cut.
Appreciate it. Aviation design.
Hey guys, I'm Avery. I'm one of the AVD leads with Jackie down here. Don't see Austin. Zach's not here. Austin's up here. The AVD project is the aviation vehicle design. We basically walk through the design, building, and flying process. Just took these pictures today. Shout out. We teach you how to go through CAD software, manufacturing experience, professional presentations, and like aerodynamic analysis. So it's a lot of fun if you're interested in aviation, more aeronautical engineering. This is for you.
Thank you. And this is a DBF team. Right now, well, let me explain what DBF is first, right? DBF is basically AVD, but it's in a senior design level, and they give you a task to do. So right now, actually, this is last year's DBF team. Our DBF team this year is already in Wichita competing, and I actually have a picture. This is the picture, and a video of you guys for you guys. I know I've kept promising to give you pictures and videos, but I keep forgetting. But now we have it. So this is the picture, and then if you want to throw the video on. Yeah, really excited. It ended up being really good, so I'm really excited to hear how they place and stuff. Huh? Oh, of course. Also, if you guys are getting gonna be seniors in fall and spring, like senior design 1 in fall, senior design 2 in spring, you should definitely join our apply to join our DBF team for next year. Even if you don't think you're gonna get it, you should definitely apply because we always need people. And we'd love to have you guys back, of course. Merch, of course, these are our beautiful new t-shirts. Very proud of it. It's nice. We love it. I think we still have Relay for Life merch up there too. So if you're interested in that, please look into our website. We also have the old polos because now we have at UCF. I don't know if you can see that from there. Yeah. That's for a discounted price as well. So if you want to get the legacy stuff, it's all there. Oh, also, yeah, we have the t-shirts in the back. So we have it over there. There it is. Get in the green shirt. If you want to pick it up today, you can pick it up today. Just show your proof of purchase, like we emailed it to you. Or it should have been emailed when you bought it.
This is a thing that we have to say every time, even though this is the last GBM. Yeah, our difference between our organization and the national organization is just that we are here for helping out your scholastic career, and the national helps out your professional career. National membership gets you things that span more than just here at UCF, and then obviously we do all of our projects, DBF, AVD rockets, hovercraft, and quads. And then Daryl's going to talk about some more stuff that National does.
Hello, everyone. Yes, so I'm Daryl. So just a little bit about the AIAA regional conferences. So some of you remember, like at the beginning of the semester, Andrew would come up and be like, yeah, so this happens if you're in AIAA, mostly national. You get to do stuff like this. So if you're interested in research, you can actually go to these conferences and present. Really nice. You get to meet a lot of people. You get to see a lot of different topics in aerospace. It's crazy. So yeah, so our team and I from the Computational Fluids and Aerodynamics Lab, yeah, we won second place in the undergraduate category. We presented our paper. It was called Experimental Study of Rotor Sand Ground Interactions Utilizing NASA Scale Dragonfly Model. So it's based on the NASA mission. So yeah, you can see me there like in the rocket garden. It was at KSC. Here's my partner and I. We were presenting there. You are judged by some really tough judges. And then this is for the award ceremony. So you get to go up and you get to network. So I actually met a couple of these people. So actually, if you go to some of these, I'm gonna go from left to right. So the first person, he's director of the space division at Kennedy Space Center. So I got to meet him. He was a UCF alumni. You kind of see the back of his head, but he doesn't show. He's actually the Region 2 AIAA director. So in this conference, we were Florida, Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, all those states. Then following one is one of the directors for Sikorsky at Lockheed Martin. And then the guy on the right, he's one of the directors for Marshall Space Flight Center at Huntsville, Alabama. So yeah, you get to meet a lot of really smart people. So something cool to check out. Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to follow it up. Let's give seriously a huge round of applause for that. That is a huge accomplishment. I feel like he was kind of downplaying it a tiny bit up there. That is amazing. So let's make sure to recognize that. I'm not really going to say a lot about this because this is the end of the semester. But if you haven't paid dues and you are planning on voting, you can't. So make sure you pay dues before you vote in about an hour-ish. Yeah.
And this is our pizza break that everyone loves. I think we're only going to have one line over here. Of course, it's the same thing. Pull up or go to the AIAA website, go to your account, sign in, get your QR code so we can scan everybody in just for our numbers. And yeah, and then after we'll do our elections. So yeah, when you guys just come make a line. Happens to Beyonce.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm Nathan, your former project chair, running for project chair, but again. Who am I? I'm Nathan. I'm a mechanical engineering major. I'm a junior right now, going to be a senior next year in the election term. I started AIAA back when I was a freshman with Night Dash. For those of you who haven't been around long enough to know what that is, that was a longer term project that was designed around creating a concept food delivery drone. It actually did get pretty far. It flew autonomously at Fred Howard Park, and it was going good until some regulations changed at the university, and unfortunately, the project wasn't able to continue. But that's where I started. From there, I went and did the hovercraft project and became a hovercraft assistant lead or co-lead. And then for this past term, I have been project chair, and I'm back at it again. So what did I do last semester as project chair? I helped support the development of the rocket design program and the L1 workshop. That was a big thing that happened this semester, building off of previous semesters, and our amazing rocket leads led that program, and I was there to support them along the way and make sure that they had all the resources they need to succeed, along with our treasurer, Alessandra. I implemented the AIAA UCF membership site, which streamlined membership purchase and validation, which was especially important for things such as the rocket program to make sure that we are getting all of the necessary funding from our members that we need to do those projects. I was one of the key players in writing and getting the new constitution ratified. The previous constitution for this organization was from like 12 years ago that represented about nothing of how this organization actually runs nowadays. So that was really important to me to get up to date, and that was just officially ratified earlier this week on Tuesday. So now we actually have in paper exactly how we run in this day and age. And then, of course, this is sort of a general project chair thing, but I was there to make sure that all projects were able to run as closely to as expected as possible, despite even this past year having some setbacks for some of those projects. So I feel pretty good about my term as project chair in making sure that you guys had access to all the things that you needed. So what do I want to accomplish in this next term if you elect me as project chair? So I want to continue working on the rocket design program, specifically on making it more accessible. One of the things that I am a firm believer of, especially back when I was a freshman, or really liked about this organization, is that you just pay the one membership due and then you're in and you can do whatever you want. Unfortunately, as a part of how we had to structure the rocket design program this year, that is the one project that doesn't follow that mentality. There are extra costs potentially associated with that. And I want to try and look at what other alternative funding routes we can do to get that project into the same state as everything else, where you're just paying your membership dues, and that's it. We really want to make our rocket program the premier rocket program here at UCF, and I think part of that is lowering the barrier to entry, especially in the financial department. Then sort of related to that note, working with the treasurer to ensure that our projects start funding early. And part of that is going to be utilizing one of the clauses in our new constitution, which is about committees, to get specific committee related to funding to help out the e-board and to just be constantly on that task of getting funding. And then lastly, bringing back long-term projects. Like I said, when I joined AIAA, that was what hooked me in, was the long-term project. It really wasn't the short-term projects that we have. Although I've grown to love them, it wasn't what hooked me in. It was the long-term project, and right now we have none of those. So I really want to bring those back in some capacity. It doesn't necessarily have to be as ambitious as something like Night Dash, but I think that one of the things that we struggle with right now is we have quads, we have AVD, we have rockets, we have all these projects, and once you do them, you don't have a whole lot more to go to other than the next one of the different projects. You don't have a next stepping stone within this organization. So I think that having longer term projects like that is that next step for people to stay within our organization and have something to further advance their skills. So vote for me. I am actually the only one running, so you don't have a choice. Thank you.
So next up, we have our treasurer, current treasurer, and he's running for treasurer again, Alessandro Sandri. He's very happy to be here, as he says.
Is this it?
Yeah.
You done yet?
It's coming on.
You're so organized.
Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Alessandro. I'm running for treasurer. I'll try and make this quick. You have no other option but me. I'm a computer engineer. My hobbies, hoarding money, bullying fellow e-board members, and being a chismoso. My involvement, I'm the current treasurer. I'm a former quads participant long ago, and I'm an AIAA national member. My term goals, we want more money. I plan on getting more money. Workshops for members how to utilize their SG funds to go to slide tech. That's a big thing I want to do. It should be possible. I have to talk with SG. And last goal, be a pain in the ass for all fellow officers. Yeah. Vote for me. You have no choice.
Amazing. So, of course, that was your only option for treasurer, so we know who's going to win that. And we have 3 people running for secretary. So we're going to start with Harrison Pierre Lewis first. Remember when you talk, just have it like around here. Don't like eat the microphone. He's gonna pop it up now. And then to go to the next slide.
And you said just hold here?
Yeah.
Hello, AIA, general body and respected mentors and enthusiasts of aeronautics and astronautics. My name is Harrison Pierre Lewis. I'm a junior industrial engineer now, former aerospace engineer, going to my senior year. My hobbies are gaming, sports, drone piloting, and engaging in social gatherings. I'm also affiliated in NSBE and ISIE. These are some of my strengths, and I hope to utilize them within my term if elected. So I had the pleasure of being in drone quadcopters with my teammates Margie Patel and Hirsch this semester, and I've been an active member for about a year now, and I've had a great time doing it. It's been a fun ride, and I hope to be involved in a lot more projects in the future. And I've loved the opportunity of getting to know lots of people better and getting to know people outside of school and seeing like some of their hobbies and passions. Why I'm running. I love AIAA and I think it's a great place and I'm honored to be part of such a big organization that has such a big impact. But there are a couple of things I'd like to see changed. One being allowing to have mentors like Lockheed mentors or even professors within the facility to kind of give a lot of the younger engineers or even people at like junior or senior years an idea of what they want to do with their future. And some tips on skills are crucial techniques to help them go when they're maturing into their role and just bettering themselves as an engineer all in all. I also want to build like a study group. I know NSBE has something like that where we could have like kind of a mentorship where older aerospace engineers or mechanical engineers or wherever engineer you are kind of mentor and aid younger students with harder classes that don't really have that SART system that we desperately need and would be immensely helpful, especially coming this finals week. And as well as providing tours of facilities that are hard for us to get into now, because unlike for a lot of industrial engineers, I feel like we don't really get that opportunity to tour facilities like Lockheed or Boeing or NASA. And I think going on trips together and trying to see if we could secure some of those funds to make that possible would be immensely beneficial and attract a lot more people into our club. And if we want funding, like the treasurer was saying, I think that'd be a great idea to try and stamp that if you join AIAA and we have that kind of demand for it and have a lot of members, maybe we could secure that touring of Lockheed and Boeing, like I said before. I want to set up a more easily accessible system for members to participate and give their opinions on projects and stuff they want to see changed as well. And even stuff like I'd like to see like possible like research opportunities we could try and get involved in. So maybe that way you don't necessarily only have to go to a professor to conduct undergrad research. Maybe we could have some kind of opportunity where we'd be able to have that and have people compete in the competition, as mentioned before, previously in the meeting. Achievements I want to achieve post my term. I want to set up ideas and goals that supersede past my term and create an environment that attracts all kinds of people interested in aviation or astronautics or space at all, and destroy that misconception that it's only a club for aerospace engineers or mechanical engineers. I want anyone who has an interest in aviation or space to be able to get involved and jump at it, because it doesn't necessarily have to be only if it correlates to your future. It could be something you just find as a hobby and could correlate to something you want to see later along. And yeah. What differentiates me from the competitors? I want to prioritize your guys' input and make sure you guys feel fulfilled and have a true impact on the future of the club and the current standing of the club. And I desire to implement tools that will develop your professional and academia and better your academia. I want to provide members a more in-depth look into their future and help them really have an idea of what they want to do in the future pre-entering the actual career at post-graduation. I want to construct and allow tools that will help you really know earlier on, I really like this, maybe this is what I want to do post-college. And that's all. Thank you.
Okay, we're ready? Okay, so the next person running is Rohan Rana. You can use this to go through your slides again.
Hello, my name is Rohan and I'm running for secretary. So a bit about me. So I'm actually a first year here and I joined AIAA. It was one of the first clubs I joined here. It's been one of my favorites so far. I've loved the workshops that we've had, the projects, and also the people. Like I've met some of my best friends through AIAA. I'm also majoring in aerospace engineering, mechanical engineering, and math. I have a minor in engineering leadership. So I'm gonna be here for some time. Yeah, all right. So a little bit about me. Through AIAA, I got my L1 certification thanks to the rocket design workshop, which is headed by these three guys in the front right here. Shout out Zach, Dylan, Lucas. And that pic, that was from launch day. That was my rocket. It was about, I think I forgot how long it was, but it went up like 2,000 feet. And I got my cert that day. One of the best days of my semester. Now, it wouldn't have been possible without AIAA. Like, I didn't even know what an L1 was before I joined this club. And for fun, I like to go out, hang with some friends, play video games. If you guys play Fortnite, hit me up. I go to the gym sometimes. I'm also a researcher here too. So if any of you, like other freshmen or sophomores, or anyone really looking to get into research, I could give you some tips, some pointers, because we're all here for each other, which is what I love about this club. And of course, I'm running to be your secretary. So what does the secretary do? All right, in a nutshell, the secretary keeps accurate records of all officer meetings, so that's kind of related to the e-board. We also see the club's email communication. So I'm sure some of you got that email saying our last GBM is going to be April 18th at 7 p.m. at CSB 101. I saw that email, and I knew. No, but the secretary also secures rooms for the amazing events we have. So without some of the work done by the secretary, we wouldn't even be in this auditorium right here. We would be like out in Memory Mall or something. And that's not ideal, especially in this weather. But we also update organizational information semesterly, right? So there's like a form that RSO submit, I think in the start of the fall, and the secretary kind of heads that. And we also work with the whole e-board and facilitate communication as a whole. Yeah, so why I should be your 24 to 25 secretary? So I believe communication is key, like for anything on the e-board, especially secretary, because as I mentioned before, communication is one of our responsibilities. And I've been involved at SACE here at UCF, like heavily involved with e-board duties without being on the e-board. Like they had this thing, it was called a SACE intern. It's like an officer below an officer. So I got to do the officer duties without actually being an officer, which kind of, it sounds a little iffy, but it was worth it. So through that amazing program, I've had experience collaborating and planning events with the other officers in SACE. So I helped plan our last GBM. We had a Pine Officer event. We had an event where other universities, they came here to UCF. We organized that too. Then we also have our after GBM socials. And planning all of that and actually executing them, it takes a lot of hard work, a lot of communication, a lot of planning, and a lot of replanning when things go wrong. Like someone else booked the room before us, or we don't have enough funds for this event, stuff like that. I also, if any of you are freshmen, I spoke at Professor Sullivan's lecture this semester. If any of you recognize me, but I don't think there's that many freshmen in here. I've also been a great records keeper with SACE. So every time we had to plan something, I had that Google Docs open. I was just practicing my typing speed by getting everything down and then sending it to everyone that was there and everyone that wasn't there in those meetings. So I had to make sure everyone was up to speed, really. And what I'll do as secretary, so obviously I'm gonna do my best if I'm your secretary, fulfill all my duties and more, but I want our members to be comfortable communicating with the e-board for any ideas they may have. So if any of you want to start a new project, start a new workshop, I want you to be comfortable coming to the e-board and bringing that idea here, like, hey, I want to do this. I want to help our members, stuff like that. Because I believe that transparency is key. And I want our next officers to be even more collaborative. So, so yeah, when the e-board really gets together and works together, like weekly meetings, stuff like that, updates, once something goes wrong, everyone else in the e-board knows immediately so they can correct that. I want that to happen. Like, I can't snap with my left hand, but like that, right? And I know that proper secretary work is a great way for me to help grow the club. So I believe, like he said before, we're not all just aerospace or mechanical. We're kind of like a family here with a combined interest in this aviation field, right? And I want to help grow this community. And I believe that the proper behind-the-scenes secretary work, the planning the events, booking everything, it's a great way for me to make my impact here and grow this organization. And most importantly, I'll help make the club more welcoming, especially to those other majors too. Please. All right, thank you so much. And I just wanted to remind you, just vote for who you think you believe would make the best impact on the organization, right? Because that's honestly all we're here for. Your votes all matter. And I'll stay for the whole GBM and talk to any of you because I got all my homework done before I came here. And not only that, I was supposed to take a dynamics test at like 7. I took that thing at like 9 a.m. I aced it for sure. But if you have any questions after, if you want to hang out or ask for any tips, research tips, it's my Instagram right here. But speaking of research, right? One of the things that I wanted AIAA to have, like, it just popped into my head while he was speaking too, right? Like, SACE had a big little program where the upperclassmen, they mentor the underclassmen, right? So all those seniors, those juniors, even some sophomores, they can pass down their advice, their tips to the upcoming freshmen and sophomores too. It would put all of our members in a really great spot. So we could have a lot of our members, they could be getting internships, they could be getting research, they could just be going out there and doing all they can do at UCF. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a good one. If we could have Amelia Soriaga come up now.
All right. So my name is Amelia Soriaga, and I'm also running for secretary. So a little bit about me. I'm from Oswego, Illinois. It's the suburbs of Chicago. I'm an aerospace engineering major here at UCF, and I'm a sophomore. I'm going to be starting soon as an engineering process improvement CWEP at Lockheed. And then some of my hobbies are rock climbing, golfing, lifting, gymnastics, basically any of that. And if any of that interests you, please feel free to come talk to me about it. So how have I been involved at AIAA so far? I started off my spring semester of my freshman year, and I started with quadcopter design. And then I did rocket design in the fall, and I'm currently doing my L1. I'm launching on Saturday, so hopefully that goes well. And so sort of my goals for this club, if I get elected, I've been really involved in the rocket program, so I really enjoy being able to do that. And I know we started the L1 workshop this semester, and I really want to be able to sort of improve upon that and maybe get more people certified in the future. I'm also a member of SWE, so I would love to be able to collaborate more with them and maybe some other clubs as well, just to be able to work more with other engineers that aren't maybe super involved with aerospace but might be interested. And also, I just think that I would be a great fit for the role because I'm generally a very organized person, and that's something that's really important for being able to like communicate with different clubs and just sort of keep everything running smoothly. But that's sort of all I had. So any questions? Thank you.
So those are the three for secretary. Now we have a vice president. His name is Christian Davis. He couldn't be here today. He's not dead or anything. He just couldn't make it. Yeah, he's pre-recorded. So.
Hi everyone. My name is Christian Matthew Davis. I hope everyone is doing okay tonight. Unfortunately, I could not be there. I had a family event I had to attend to, so I could not be there in person. but here I am virtually. So, like I said, my name is Christian Davis, and I will be running for the Vice President of the UCF AIAA Executive Board for the 2024 to 2025 term. All right, guys, so this is a little bit about me. My current major is aerospace engineering. I used to be an electrical engineer, declared electrical engineer major, but I then eventually switched to aerospace, thank goodness. My current grade is a sophomore. I'm currently ending my sophomore year. I'm going to be a junior in the fall, 2024. A couple hobbies of mine, pickleball, basketball. I like playing Xbox, and I like playing Halo more specifically. Shout out to all my Halo fans out there and Xbox fans. And I also really enjoy hanging out with my friends. My dream job would be to work at NASA, maybe something along the lines of rocket engines, but honestly, as long as I'm building stuff, that is all I really care about, and that is my dream job. So everything you see on the slide is going to be my AIAA involvement. There is one picture that is not depicted on here. I did the quadcopter drone project back in 2022. Unfortunately, I don't have any pictures from that project, but I do have these pictures from the other 3 projects I've done. So on the very far left, I have the RC plane I'm currently building right now, which is part of the aviation design program that I'm in. I'm still currently monocoding it. It's almost done, not quite, but I still have ways to go before it's fully done. In the middle is going to be a couple of my buddies and I that worked on the rocket design program in the fall of 2023. We launched a rocket, hit an apogee of around 700 feet. That was my first rocket I ever built. That was probably the most exciting thing I've ever done in my life. And on the very far right is going to be me and my L1 rocket. I got L1 certified in March, and that was probably my biggest achievement that I have gotten so far being in college. All right, guys. So my reasons for running for vice president. The first one would be to continue inspiring incoming class of aerospace and mechanical engineers. I think when going back to the last slide, when I realized that this is something I really wanted to do, I think that also added on to the idea that I wanted to take the next step. And not only do I want to do these projects, but I also want to help, guide people, and I want to teach people, I want to be able to show people new things. The second reason would be to take the next step within the community that I've joined, being in a leadership role. That kind of adds on to the idea of the first bullet point that I just mentioned. Those two are kind of intertwined. The third would be to continue upholding AIAA's professional position within the engineering community. AIAA is a very large organization, goes statewide, goes national-wide, and yeah. Now let's talk about my goals. My first and foremost goal as Vice President of AIAA would be to increase club funding through sponsorships. That is one of the many primary duties of the Vice President. That is how they are able to get out all these projects that this club has to offer, like aviation design, rocket design, the quadcopter race, hovercraft, and yeah, you get the idea. The second goal would be to oversee the organization of fundraising social events. A couple months back, AIAA held a Chipotle fundraising event. It would pretty much be along the same lines of that, but to just try and increase the amount of it. And the third goal that I would have would be to help incoming engineering students find their place in the engineering world. So like I mentioned before, coming into UCF, I was declared electrical engineer major. I tried a different club, and then I joined AIAA. And then I pretty much fell in love with it. I pretty much have done 4 out of the 5 projects that we have to offer. And now I want to take that next step, and here I am running for the vice president, a leadership position. And I want to be able to have that same effect on incoming freshman students as well. Those who aren't really sure about their position within the college and engineering world, I want to help them find their place. All right, so this pretty much boils all down to why you should vote for me. Here listed, I have the pros. So to pretty much be in any leadership position, you have to be hardworking and self-motivated. This is an essential, probably top 2 qualities that you need for a leadership position. I am a perfectionist. So technically, this is a pro and a con. This is a good thing because I will pretty much do whatever I'm doing, whatever task I'm assigned or whatever project I'm assigned. I will do it until it's right. And if it's not right, I won't lose sleep over it, but I will be pretty frustrated and unhappy with myself. So this is a good and a bad thing. Third would be my desire to go through new opportunities. I love experiencing new things. This is why I love this club. This club has taught me how to laser cut, how to work SolidWorks, how to 3D print, how to meet new people, go new places. I went to Cocoa Beach to launch my rocket design, and then I went to Tampa to launch my L1. And pretty much there's just so many new experiences and meeting new people. It's just a great thing for us, and it's a great thing for a club like this one. And my last reason would be I want to give back everything that this club has given me. And like adding on to what I just said, everything that this club has taught me has been amazing. The only con to voting for me is I spend a lot of time on Xbox. So that is not a good thing. All right, everyone. So that pretty much wraps up my speech and my campaign to run for vice president. I want to say thank you to everyone for your time, and go AIAA. I hope to see you guys in the near future.
Hello, everyone. My name is Emma Levinson, and I will be running for president next term. I am a junior studying aerospace engineering. In my free time, I enjoy baking and cooking and learning new recipes in the kitchen. I also like to play guitar. And when I have a lot of free time, I like to explore the outdoors. This past semester, I got to see some cool nature preserves around Orlando. My involvement with AIAA started at my previous school, but it was a smaller chapter, so there wasn't much going on. So it kind of ramped up when I transferred to UCF. I kind of wanted to take a deep dive into the club community and see what opportunities they had to offer. I had some leadership opportunities with event coordinator and now currently as VP. And I'm also have been able to build some technical skills being a part of the AVD project. I'm also registered as a national member, which gave me the opportunity to attend SciTech at the beginning of this semester, and I got to do some networking and just learn more about the aerospace industry. My mission has three main focuses. It's community, outreach, and personal growth. So I'm very passionate about trying to create a community where people feel welcomed, where they can see friendly faces, ask questions, and build each other up. So I will strive to support and maintain an environment that can foster that. I also want to be able to offer professional development opportunities to build you up not only as an engineer, but as an individual. And then I also want to be able to offer opportunities where we can get involved with STEM outreach and use what we learned in the club and in classes to inspire the next generation of engineers. And then with this club being project-based, I want to be able to continue to support you guys in your endeavors to, keep getting that hands-on experience and learning all the different aerospace projects that we have to offer. But my ultimate goal is to help fuel your passion for a brighter tomorrow. Thank you.
Voting takes place technically over 3 days, today, tomorrow, and Monday. Once we get our line set up over here, you can pick up your ballot over here. If you know who you're voting for the secretary position, which is the only contested position, you can fill it out right now and hand it in. If you need some more time, you can wait until Monday. Friday and Monday, these are the times that we will be in the atrium for you to either submit it, or anybody that didn't come to here and is watching the pre-recorded or the recorded presentations, they can grab their ballot and submit on Friday or Monday at any of those times. So just give us a minute or two to get set up over here. You guys will come up, have your QR code ready to get your ballot, and then we have pens ready for you to fill it out.